Have you ever wondered how they seem to read your mind? How they know the perfect thing to say to make you feel seen and cherished right before they say something that shatters your entire world? That's not a psychic connection. It's not magic. It's a kind of hack. What if I told you that a narcissist brain can be wired to read your emotions while they feel nothing in return? That your empathy isn't a weakness, but a biological feature they've learned to exploit. This isn't just a theory anymore. Brain scans are giving us a startling look inside this dynamic. You're not going crazy. You're being manipulated on a neurological level. And today, we're breaking down exactly how they do it and how you can protect yourself from what I call the empathy virus. If you've ever been tangled up with a narcissist, you know that dizzying confusion. One minute, you feel this incredibly deep connection, like you've finally found the person who just gets you. They mirror your hopes, your humor, your very soul. It's intoxicating. But the next minute, they turn cold, distant, and cruel, using your deepest vulnerabilities against you with surgical precision. And this isn't just someone being hot and cold. It's a pattern. Think of it like a virus that mimics a healthy cell so it can get inside a system. The narcissist often mimics genuine connection to get inside your head. Your brain is built on a simple, ancient idea. Emotional signals are honest. This was a critical survival tool for our ancestors that built trust and deep social bonds. Your brain's default setting is to believe that when someone shows you an emotion, they actually feel that emotion. The narcissist can exploit this fundamental trust. It's like they have emotional night vision. They can see the landscape of your feelings, your needs, your wounds, your desires with remarkable clarity, all while they remain in their own emotional darkness. They don't feel the warmth of your joy or the sting of your pain. They just see it as information, data, and that data is then used to adjust their behavior for maximum control. This is the heart of the empathy virus. It uses the very wiring of your brain, your capacity for trust, against you. It turns your greatest human strength into a major vulnerability. So how is this even possible? The answer may lie in the fascinating and frankly terrifying wiring of the narcissistic brain. To get this, you have to know there are two main types of empathy. First, you have cognitive empathy. This is the thinking kind, the ability to intellectually understand what someone else is feeling. It's recognizing sadness on a face or understanding someone's point of view. It's basically emotional data processing. Second, there's affective empathy. This is the feeling kind. It's when their sadness sparks actual sadness in you. It's the shared emotional resonance that truly connects us. This is the empathy that builds bonds. Neuroscientists using fMRI scans have looked inside the minds of individuals with narcissistic personality disorder. What they're finding is a fascinating neurological pattern. When shown images of people in distress, the parts of the narcissist brain linked to cognitive empathy often light up intensely. They can see the emotion, and in fact, some can be very good at reading people. But the parts of the brain responsible for affective empathy, especially a region called the anterior insula, can remain strangely quiet. The anterior insula is like the brain's emotional core. It's what helps you feel compassion. In some individuals with narcissistic personality disorder, studies have found this area can have less gray matter, suggesting a structural difference. Let that sink in for a second. Their brain can recognize your pain with startling accuracy, but the mechanism that would allow them to feel your pain might be offline. This isn't always a conscious choice. They have the blueprint of your emotions without the feeling. This is the ultimate hack. Now, let's talk about your brain. Your brain isn't broken. It's actually working exactly how it's supposed to. You're equipped with something called the mirror neuron system. These amazing brain cells are the foundation of human connection. When you see someone smile, your mirror neurons fire as if you were smiling, creating a shared experience. It's the brain's beautiful biological way of creating empathy. This system works on an unspoken assumption of authenticity. It evolved to bond us, not to defend against emotional predators. So when a narcissist puts on a highly practiced, perfectly calibrated performance of empathy, your mirror neurons fire on cue. You feel a connection because your brain is telling you it's real. The narcissist is like an actor playing a part so convincingly that your brain struggles to tell the difference. This manipulation creates a devastating cycle. When the narcissist showers you with manufactured affection, the love bomb phase, your brain releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone, and dopamine, the reward hormone. It feels amazing and creates a powerful addictive bond. Then they pull it all away. they devalue you and go cold. That flood of positive chemicals stops, and you go into a state of withdrawal. Your brain, now wired to seek that reward, craves the next hit of their approval. This creates a trauma bond, which functions a lot like a neurological addiction to the abuser. The narcissist becomes the dealer, and their occasional kindness is the drug. Your brain isn't failing, it's being held hostage by a cruel and calculated hack of its systems for love and connection. Hey, before we get to the most important part, how you install the antivirus and reclaim your neurological space, if you're getting value from this, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Now let's talk about the antivirus and how to protect your brain. Knowledge is your armor. Now that you understand the narcissist hack, you can start to install an antivirus. Protecting yourself is not about trying to fix them or outsmart them. It's about changing your behavior based on what you know now. Step 1 is spot the glitches. Because their empathy is often a performance, not a feeling, it has tells. You can learn to spot the glitches in the system. The first is what you might call a lack of emotional detail. The responses can feel generic or just a little off. They might say the right words, but it lacks real nuance, kind of like a bad actor reading from a script. The second is an avoidance of shared vulnerability. They are masters at getting you to open up, but they rarely do the same in a genuine way. They gather your data, but they don't often share their own. If a conversation consistently feels more like an interrogation, that's a big red flag. Step 2 is to disengage your mirror neurons. You can't win an empathy contest with someone who isn't really playing. Trying to make them feel what you feel is a losing battle. The only winning move is to not play. This is where strategies like the gray rock method or putting them on an information diet become incredibly powerful tools. Being a gray rock means you become as boring as one. You give short, factual, unemotional answers, no drama, no big wins, no deep sorrow. When you do this, you're starving them of the emotional data they need to manipulate you. You're basically turning off their night vision. Step 3 is to recalibrate and trust your gut. Have you ever been with someone and their words were perfect, but the feeling was hollow? Something felt off? That feeling is your brain's own sophisticated detection system at work. It's picking up on the mismatch between the performance and the lack of genuine feeling. For too long, you might have been taught to ignore that feeling, to give them the benefit of the doubt. No more. That feeling is your internal alarm telling you the empathy virus might be active. Learn to honor it. It's your most reliable guide back to safety. The cruelty of the empathy virus is that it targets the best part of you, your ability to love, trust, and connect. For so long, you might have thought you were the problem, that you were too sensitive, too demanding, or just crazy. But the truth, which the picture emerging from neuroscience helps to clarify, is that you were a healthy person dealing with a very effective emotional hacker. It was never a fair fight. Their brain can be optimized for exploitation. Yours is optimized for connection. It's a huge neurological mismatch. But now you have a piece of the playbook. You understand the split between cognitive and affective empathy. You see how your own mirror neurons can be used against you, and you have real-world strategies to start protecting yourself. This knowledge is your antivirus. By recognizing the patterns and choosing to disengage, you're not just protecting your feelings, you're reclaiming your neurological sovereignty. You are taking your brain back. Leave a comment below if you've ever felt that strange, hollow performance of empathy from someone. Sharing your story really does help break the isolation for so many others. Thanks for watching, and remember to subscribe for more insights.